And it's an honor to address the distinguished gathering today here. Some of you were in the last hurdle. The situation has been changed in a big manner. At that time, Kerala was in 15th rank of ease of doing business. This year, Kerala has been ranked the number one in the country in ease of doing business. And I visited the stalls, and it reflected the intelligent level of the youth, the strength of the human resources available in this state. Kerala is well known for its achievements in social service sector, education, healthcare, and this state is known as the God's own country. All, all of you can take a deep breath here. No problem. In other parts of the country, you cannot move outside without wearing a mask. If you are taking the same breath in some part of the country, that is almost equal to smoking 25 cigarettes in a day. That is the difference of this state. Quality of air. The air index is 25, 30 or 40, around 50 always. But other parts of the country or the world, it is sometimes 500, 600, 700, very difficult. And Kerala is blessed with the 44 rivers. Quality of water is also very good compared to other parts. And you can work here 24/7. In some parts of the world, you can work only 3 or 4 months due to the weather conditions. You can work there 2, 3 months or 4 months and come here, work from Kerala the rest of the year. The right place to work, right place to invest. Kerala is facing some difficulties, that is availability of land, ecologically very sensitive, cost of the land is very high. But the advantage of this state is highly skilled human resources. Nowadays, I got the privilege to inaugurate one company per day. That is the reality of this state. I could not give time to inaugurate. Some of the people came to me to inaugurate their firms, but due to the hectic schedule, I could not give time to them. Kindly bear with me. Earlier in Kerala, if you start or establish an industry, ഈ ശ്രീനിവാസന്റെ സിനിമ പോലെ ആകെ വെള്ളാനകളുടെ നാട്, that was the feeling. Now you can industry or small establishments or knowledge-based industry in this year, within a year you can develop that industry in a big manner. IBM recently inaugurated their Innovation Center on Generative AI at Kochi. That is the first Generative AI Innovation Center of IBM. Within 2 years, IBM inaugurated 2 campuses. Now they are planning for another one in Prestige IT Tower in Kochi. I was there at the time of the inauguration. Mr. IT Secretary was also there. Chief Minister inaugurated their campus. Thereafter, I had an interaction with the employees of the IBM. Then Senior Vice President Dinesh told me, Minister, don't have more expectation. We are considering this as a pilot project. Ambiga was also there at that time. And our plan is to recruit hundreds employees per year. But the future depends with them. How can they develop the tools? And he had shared an experience in some other country, Poland. 3 years back, Poland is very familiar to Kerala due to some cinema. Then is that we could not move forward in that country because of the uh, performance of the employees there. I was there for the first anniversary of IBM in Kochi. Within a year, they recruited 1,500 employees. Now it is reaching 3,000 within 2 years. Then average salary is 20 lakhs per annum. That means 600 crores per annum. That salary, combined salary. It is come to the state. The reverse migration is also happening. Recently, Strata Global, I got the privilege to inaugurate that also. They could recruit 1,400 employees within 100 days. 1,400 professionals within 100 days. This could happen only in this state, Kerala. That is a strength. Highly skilled human resources, readily available. Plug and play, world-class facilities are available, and also like plug and play, the human resources are available in our state. And our higher education system is more flexible now to adapt the changes in the technology. Our first discussion with IBM, then their request was to provide full-time internship for the engineering students. The same day, the KTU and Digital University, Cochin University of Science and Technology, had taken the decision for providing same day, not waiting for the syndicate decision or academic council decision or approval from the government. For the same day, they came for a virtual meeting and agreed for giving full-time internship for their students with IBM. Now, all these universities has adopted this in their curriculum of 1 year full-time internship for the final year students. HCL has started its development center in Kochi. Their vice president's first trip to India, that is in Kerala. He was very excited at the inaugural function. 150 employees were recruited for HCL Development Center in Kochi. The last week he called back us. They are planning to establish a new center in Thiruvananthapuram, HCL. HCL is a world #1 engineering service company. The highest salary is not that much, only 70 lakhs per annum for a 7-year experience technocrat getting 70 lakhs per annum from HCL. If I am giving a incentives and land for a big garment industries, then average salary is 10,000 rupees. If 10,000 persons are working there, that means only 120 crore rupees per annum as a salary. And that company normally depends for migrant laborers. Now automation is going on very well. Then the money is going out not to our economy, but highly paid employment in IT sector or other knowledge-based sector. That means generation of gig workers, Sumato, or drivers, or flat caretakers, or school teachers. The indirect employment generation is very high, at least 1:5. Then it will give a boost to the economy. I have a prepared speech that is focusing on startup, but all of you are well aware about the startup than me. And our Honorable Chief Minister spoke yesterday and he has explained the initiatives taken by the government to encourage the startup system in the state. We are focusing on knowledge-based industries. Kerala is a small state, but small only with regard to geography and demography. In other factors, Kerala is a big state. മലയാളത്തിൽ നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും കൊച്ചു കേരളം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് കേരളത്തെ ചെറുതാക്കും. Kerala is not small, small only for geographically and demographically. In other aspects, education, sustainable development goals, healthcare, in all these aspects, Kerala is #1. It's a big state. But this is a limitation, but Some people are asking me, "Okay, that state is contributing 8% of GDP, this state is contributing 7% of GDP, Kerala is contributing only 4% of the GDP of the country." Yes, but this 4% of GDP is coming from only 1.6% of the landscape of the country. Only by the 2.8% of the population of the country. We are trying to increase. We have that much potential. That is a reality. We are focusing on knowledge-based industries because this landscape is ecologically very sensitive. One part of the land belongs to Western Gate regulation, other part land of it belongs to CRS regulation, in between wetland regulation, and 46% of the plantation is in this small state, and forest population ratio is very high. Now wild animals are demanding more land, they are coming to the cities for their activities. This is the reality of this state. But recognizing these objective realities prevailing in this state, we are formulating our policy. The motto of our industrial policy is very specific. Nature, people, industry. Not in the reverse order. Nature, people, industry. Color of the cover of the document and the color of the font of the body is green. Intentionally we have selected green for the color for the cover and color for the font of the body matter. We are identified in 22 priority sectors. These emerging technologies, AI, Gen AI, robotics, machine learning, big data analysis, blockchain technology, graphene, these emerging technologies, we have sufficient strength. Digital university, we have established the first digital university of the country. Recently, Honorable Prime Minister laid the stone of the first digital science park at Thiruvananthapuram. Yesterday, Honorable CM convened a review meeting for analyzing the progress of the 3 science park, one at Thiruvananthapuram, one at Kochi, and one at Kannur. We are focusing on this area. And obviously startup ecosystem and small industries, MSMEs. We have observed the year 22-23 as the year of enterprises. Now we have crossed 2 years and 6 months. Within these 2 years and 6 months, Kerala could establish 3.25 lakhs small industries in this state, MSMEs. Honorable Prime Minister recognized this is the best practice of MSME in this country. This is the first award for industry at a national level for the state of Kerala. Kerala is always recognized for its achievement in education, healthcare, social sectors, but in a general feeling, presumption is for business, not that suitable. Kerala is good. A God's own country, yes, that is true. But for business, oh, no. Very militant trade unionism is there, labor issues, red tapeism. That is the general presumption. But that is far away from the reality. This propaganda is far away from reality. If you can find time to go through the data, not a single factory was attacked by the laborers in the last 30 years in this state. But in one city very near to the capital of the country, one general manager was stabbed death in Maruti. That was happening there. If you can take your mobile and search engine, search for AP Rayons, Warangal, some media showcase as a heaven for garment industry. Some people are going for their investment. In that factory, 2 management persons were shot dead by the workers. AP Rayons. These type of incidents were never happened in this state in the last 30 years. At least last 30 years. Most of you are very familiar with iPhone. What has happened to the iPhone factory in one neighboring state of Kerala? It was attacked. The loss is counted as 450 crore rupees. That type of thing is not happened in this state last 30 years. Vikrant, proud of the country, the first indigenous aircraft carrier, make in India, made in Kerala. Without losing a single maneuver, Cochin shipyard built the country's first indigenous aircraft carrier. This shows our potential. This reflected the strength of the state. And this young generation, that is the strength of this state, Kerala. How could IBM recruited 2,000 persons in a year? While attending that anniversary function, the senior vice president told to the audience in public, these people developed two successful tools within a year. Never happened in IBM campus. Within a year, developing two successful tools. One is used for Facebook, other one is used by Delta Airlines. This is a fast growing center of IBM in the world. This Kochi center. That is a certificate from senior vice president of IBM. This is a strength. Highly skilled human resources. Now the government has decided to establish campus industrial park. Our students are going out, but media's propaganda is all students of Kerala is going out for studies. Yes, our students are going to UK, Canada, Australia. The students are coming from Arab countries, African countries, and some part of the UK to the States. 48 countries, around 12,000 applications from 48 countries for postgraduate courses in Kerala University only. 48 countries, they are coming here. Our students are coming to developed countries. The students from African countries, Arabian countries, and some part of the European countries, they are coming here for their studies. But in our students' days, we had an ambition to go abroad for studies. That is for Harvard, Cambridge, MIT, Oxford, Yale, Columbia. But we were asking to the students, where are you going now? UK, Canada, which university? UK or Canada. They are not worry about the status of the university, syllabi or faculty status, how many Nobel laureates were working there as faculty. No, only to the state, only to the countries. While landing to the soil of that country, first inquiry about where will I get a part-time job? Not about the syllabi, not about the faculty, not about the course structure. They are inquiring, first inquiry about the part-time jobs. Now we have decided to establishing campus industrial park and industry in campus also. What is the concept or perspective of campus industrial park? The higher education institutions can establish an industrial park along with the higher education institutions. The students can work in this company. The first priority of the allotment to the industrial production of the research output of the higher education institutions. Second, to the industrial application of the projects of the faculty. Third, to the alumni, and fourth, to anybody which is any industry which can be established in that area as per the existing rules and laws. An BSc computer student can work in the IT company, hourly wage basis. She or he will get a salary, hourly wage basis. And if she or he is working in the same category, if a BSc computer student is in IT company or a polymer technology student in a rubber company or a fashion technology student in a garment company, against hours working in the company, she or he will get a credit or bonus or grace mark from the higher education institutions. This is a novel concept, first time in the world. We are going to establish, we received 80 expression of interest from higher education institutions, and I think 11 or 12 are already submitted their application by online. This is a novel initiative. And startup, one of the best startup village and the electronics incubation center, first one of the best in the country, Maker Village. And we are providing all facilities in these emerging technologies. Yesterday, our Honorable Chief Minister has explained what are the steps taken by the government to encouraging the system and to go transforming it to a thriving ecosystem for the startup in this state. Then I would not like to take more time. This is the right time for not only for Keralites, to everybody to invest in this state. This is the right time, and Kerala is the right place, and highly skilled human resources are available here. Our people are coming back. Yesterday we had a meeting of the Keralites who are the founders or CEOs or pro executives of different companies from all over the world. Coffee, a new platform. Myself and Principal Secretary, KSIDC MD, all of us were attended that meeting. Next time you can also join for that meeting. Then I made a request to the community. You are the CEO, you are running several offices in different parts of the world. At least one GCC in your own state. Minimum demand. Give back to your state. You are a CEO or a top bureau or top level executive of big companies running several GCCs or several units in different parts of the world. But ensure at least one in your own home state. Give back to your own state. You are the product of the public education system of the state. Then you should give back to your state. Then our request to all these executives and CEOs from cloud to small companies, CEOs are almost, most of the CEOs are Malayalis. Kerala are present in 139 countries. And you are well aware of the story of what happened. Armstrong landed in the moon. Okay, Malayali is preparing tea for receiving Armstrong. That's a very famous story. Then 139 people are present in Kerala are present in 139 countries. Then our request, give back to your own state, invest in this state, and generate more employment for our own youth. Then we will give all facilities to the startups. We are going to host the Invest Kerala Global Summit on February 21st and 22nd at Kochi. Our preparatory programs are going on. 41 or 42 programs are planned as a preparatory program of this Global Invest Summit. Roundtable on robotics is over. Generative AI conclave along with IBM is over. Food processing, logistic, maritime, high-tech farming, tourism, retail, and life science, medical devices, all these roundtables, conclaves, or sectoral meetings are almost over. And one sectoral meetings on waste management, that is also over. Yesterday I got the Praveen is here. Yesterday I got the privilege to witness handing over of the sanctioning papers for 8 companies in a single day for Life Science Park. Kerala is a small country, a small space state, only on landscape I have mentioned earlier. But this 1.6% of the landscape of the country and 2.8% of the population, that is the objective reality of the state. This state is contributing 24% of the turnover of the medical device industries of the country. Not a single 2-digit, 24%. 7% of the total companies, 17% of the total products, 24% of the total turnover of medical device industries from this small state. This is our potential. Medical device industries, the largest blood bag manufacturing company of the world is situated in your city, Thiruvananthapuram. The largest artificial teeth manufacturing company of Asia is located in Muattura in Kerala. And also the big company for that manufactured these consumables for testing Alzheimer's, D-dimer, that is Agape. That is MNC now. It is located in a small village of the state Kerala. Kerala as a whole is a city. While I am inaugurating a IT company in Thiruvananthapuram, then some posters on FP and link. Why in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, Kochi is best? Kozhikode is best. Why are you focusing on Tirunelveli? While I am inaugurating a IT company in Kochi, then crying from Tirunelveli. Why are you in Kochi? You are the minister of the state, not for Kochi. Why are you considering Tirunelveli? Then why are you not considering Calicut? No worries. Enough chances for cities and villages of this state. Very difficult to demark in between city and village of the state of Kerala. Some companies are locating in Kolomau, small village. One Italian company is now locating in Alangad, small village. In Kasargod, in a single day, I have inaugurated 13 companies, 1-3, Manjeshwaram, north part of the state, Manjeshwaram, 13 companies in a single day. Then no worries, enough potential and enough chances. Then for startup companies, we have a plan to organize a scale-up conclave along with this global summit. That is on December 18. Am I right? December 18, along with the startup mission, a scale-up conclave for startups at Tirunelveli. On behalf of the government, I would like to invite you all for that conclave and exploit whatever is possible. And the venture capital roundtable is also planned along with the global summit. All of you are welcome to Kochi, and I wish success to all startups, but the mortality rate is very high for startups. 80 or 90, that is the 90 percentage. 80-85 percentage is the mortality rate of the startups. 30 percentage is the mortality rate of the MSMEs in India. 15 percentage for Kerala. But always try to develop and always optimistic. The future is with you. We are trying to change the nature of business in Kerala. This is the right place. Don't think to move outside after expand at the time of expansion. Don't think to go outside. Stay here. We are provide all facilities within our framework. Thank you. Thank you very much.